بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Sit down. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. We continue, inshallah, the seerah, the biography of Prophet who? Ibrahim alayhi salam. And as we mentioned, these are blessed days of Dhul Hijjah. We remember our Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam because his story is related to Dhul Hajj, to Al-Hajj, right? Now, طيب. Yesterday we stopped at when the people of Ibrahim alayhi salam, they threw him in a fire that they built. But Allah Azza wa Jal saved him, right? He said, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah is sufficient for me. And Allah saved him. And then the only one who believed in him after seeing this miracle was who? Prophet Lot alayhi salam. Lot, peace be upon him. And then we said that a king heard about Ibrahim. So he wanted to challenge him. And he wanted to challenge him on Allah's power. And we mentioned that Ibrahim said, my Lord is the one who gives life and causes death. So this king said, I give life and cause death. So he had two people in jail. He released one and he killed one. So Ibrahim said, my Lord brings the sun from the east. You bring it from the west. فَبُهِتَ الَّذِي كَفَرَ. So that king was what? Was defeated with the point and the proof that Ibrahim alayhi salam made. So today, insha'Allah, we will continue. Ibrahim alayhi salam left Iraq after the challenge with the king. Ibrahim left Iraq to where? Where did he go? He went to Ash-Sham. He went to where? Ash-Sham. Do you know what is the meaning of Ash-Sham? Ash-Sham includes 4 countries. What are those 4 countries? No, not Yemen. Syria, Jordan, Palestine, and Lebanon. These are called what? Bilad al-Sham. So Ibrahim alayhi salam, he went to Ash-Sham with Lut. And he went to a place called Harran. But before he left to Ash-Sham, he married Sarah. His wife name is Sarah. And Sarah used to be his cousin. And she used to be beautiful. Allah Azza wa Jal gave her beauty. The people of Harran in Ash-Sham, they used to worship stars. كانوا يعبدون النجوم. Pay attention. So Ibrahim alayhi salam, one time he went out with them to see what they worship. But Ibrahim, Allah Azza wa Jal gave him the evidence and the proof. And he started the da'wah with them to call them to Allah. So Ibrahim alayhi salam ra'a kawkab az-zuhra. He saw a star, and Allahu a'lam, this star was Venus. So Ibrahim alayhi salam wanted to take this as a Rabb, as a Lord. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about him, listen, thus did we show Ibrahim the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, that he be one of those who have faith in Allah. When the night covered over with darkness, he saw a star. He said, this is my Lord. But when it set, when the morning came and that star disappeared, he said, I like not those that set. When he saw the moon rising up, he said, this is my Lord. But when it set, he said, unless my Lord guides me, I shall surely be among the erring people. When he saw the sun, he said, this is my Lord. This is bigger. But when it set, he said, O my people, I am indeed free from all that you join as partners in worship with Allah. Right? So Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam did not worship the sun, did not worship the moon, did not worship the star. His people used to. So people nowadays, they worship many gods. Trees, animals, reptiles, right? The sun, the moon. As a Muslim, you worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. And then Ibrahim alayhi salam, he said, verily I have turned my face toward him who has created the heavens and the earth. Hanifan. Ibrahim alayhi salam is what? Is a Hanif. What is the meaning of Hanif? We have brother Hanif sitting with us, right? What is the meaning of Hanif? Hanif is the person who worships Allah alone. This is the meaning of Hanif. And I am not amongst the mushrikeen. Now, did his people like that? They didn't like it. وَحَاجَّهُ قَوْمُهُ. His people did not like that. They told him, how come you turn away from our God? So Ibrahim replied, do you dispute with me concerning Allah while He has guided me? And I fear not those whom you associate with Him in worship. Nothing can happen to me except by my Lord will. My Lord comprehends in His knowledge all things. Will you not then remember? So in college, in university, in high school, you are going to hear people saying, my Lord is Jehovah. The others are going to say, my Lord is Jesus. The other are going to say, my Lord is Buddha. The other are going to say, my Lord this, my Lord is that. And who is your Lord? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He gave you many proofs, many evidence that He is the true God to be worshipped alone. He said, and how should I fear those whom you associate in worship with Allah? Because they were scaring him. While you fear not that you have joined in worship with Allah things for which He has not sent down to you any authority. Which of the two parties has more right to be secure? And I ask you this question. Who is more secure? You who worship Allah alone, or others when they worship others with Him? Who? Who is more secure? You worshiping Allah alone, or someone else worshiping many gods? You. Now, when the people in Asham and Harran, they insisted on worshipping stars, Ibrahim alayhi salam left. He left Asham to Egypt. He went to Misr. As you can see, the prophets and messengers, they kept on moving. Why they moved? Because when they are rejected, they wanted to go to a place where they can spread Islam, where they can spread the true religion. So Ibrahim alayhi salam went to Misr, to Egypt. The king of Egypt heard about a man coming, and he has a beautiful woman. So what did this king want? Tell me, what did this king want? He wanted Sarah. He wanted Sarah for him. So he sent his army and he told them, if she has a husband, kill that husband and bring her. Ibrahim alayhi salam knew the plan. He knew the plot. So when they came and they asked him, who are you to this woman? He said, I am her brother. I am her brother. Now, did Ibrahim here made a lie? It's not a lie. He is her husband. But he said, I am her brother. How is that? We all are brothers and sisters in faith. Right? And that's why, what do we say to those girls sitting over there? We say, sisters. Right? And if they want to call us, they say, brothers. Right? So Ibrahim said, she is my sister, and he meant my sister in what? In faith. In faith. Okay? So then the army took Sarah to the king. Now, what do you think? What has saved Sarah from the king? Tell me. What has saved Sarah from the king? No. What has saved Sarah from the king? Through what?
Stinging the king's hand?
No. You're right. The king's hand was like sting, was frozen. But what did she do? Yes. When you cannot do anything, and when you are feeling weak and no one is defending you, what do? You make dua. You make supplication. That's if you don't have nothing except the dua, you make the dua. So Sarah, she made a dua. She said, oh Allah, don't let this zalim harm me in anything. She said, oh Allah, do not allow this zalim to touch me with any harm. None. Who would say this? A chaste woman, a humble woman, a woman that cares about her what? Her modesty. And that's how we are. our sisters in faith, right? Our daughters, our mothers, our wives, they have to be always humble. And they have to always care about what? Haya, shyness. As Sarah alayhi salam, and Fatima and Aisha radwanullahi alayhim. So when the king was about to put his hand on Sarah, what happened? Froze. And he was scared. And he said, release my hand or I will kill you. So she made a dua and his hand was gone. Another time he wanted to try and do the same thing. And she made the dua, and at the third time, he did it twice, and the third time. And at the third time, he told his army, get this lady out from me. You did not bring a human to me, you brought a shaitan. Okay? He said, you did not brought a human to me, you brought a shaitan. Why did he say that? His hand was what? Freezing every time he wanted to touch Sarah. And Sarah wasn't a shaitan. Sarah was a who? A believer in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So people may call you names nowadays. If you are with Allah, they may call you names. They may call you a terrorist. They may call you a shaitan. They may call you names. As long as you are with Allah Azza wa Jal, don't worry and don't care. Not only that, but also this king gave Sarah a female maid to help her. Her name is Hajar. Her name is Hajar. Because he saw horrible things. So he gave her Hajar. He said, just get away from me. Now, he knows something going on. Like, now Ibrahim alayhi salam, Sarah and Hajar, they went to where? They went to Palestine. To where? To Philistine. To Palestine. And Ibrahim alayhi salam, as he got older, he did not have any children because Sarah could not have children. So she said, "Oh Ibrahim, why don't you marry Hajar? Why don't you marry Hajar?" So Ibrahim alayhi salam did, and Allah blessed him with a son, and he named him Ismail. What did Ibrahim name his son? Ismail. Are you paying attention? Guys, are you paying attention? What did Ibrahim name his son? Ismail. Ibrahim had Ismail at the age of about 85, 86 years old. Yes, he was old when Ibrahim had Ismail. Like, now, for a wisdom, for a reason, Allah Azza wa Jal inspired Ibrahim to take Hajar and Ismail to where? To Mecca. To Mecca. And you see the connection between Palestine and Mecca, right? So he took Hajar and Ismail alayhim salam to Mecca. What was Mecca by the time? It was a desert, a dead desert, dead. So you may wonder why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will inspire Ibrahim to take Hajar and Ismail to a place that is a dead valley. Nothing. Nothing. Right? If you drive from Los Angeles, you go to Texas, to Arizona. Do you see any houses in the desert? You don't see anyone in the desert. But Allah told Ibrahim alayhi salam to take Hajar and Ismail there. And what did Ibrahim do? He put them there and he returned to go to where? To Palestine. Right? Hajar, the believer woman, the believing woman, she said, O Ibrahim, Allahu amaraka bidhalik. Did Allah command you to do that? He said, yes. Then she said, Allah will not neglect us. Allah will not forget about us. Right? And it is the truth. Allah will not forget about us if we don't forget about Him. The minute we forget about Allah, Allah will what? Will forget us. And who are we anyway? Right? So that's why, my dear brothers and sisters, you have to be always remembering Allah by praying, staying away from the haram, right? Doing the commands. This is Allah's remembrance. So that Allah may what? Remember you. Now, time passed, and Hajar is done with the what? With the food. No more water, no more what? No more food. And Ismail was a baby. So she went between two mountains. As-Safa and Al-Marwa. She would go on As-Safa to look if there is any help, and then she would go down in the valley running until she got to what? Al-Marwa. And then she would look, and then she would go back. How many times she did it? 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. She would go 7 times. And she would look for help. And that's why today when we go to Umrah and Hajj, right, we do it. Who has been there and did it? Who has been there and did it? Hanif, MashaAllah. Right? You see the two mountains, not big, small. So why do we do that? To remember the mercy of Hajar alayhi salam towards her what? Her baby. And then after Hajar went 7 times between As-Safa and Al-Marwa, Allah sent angel who? Jibreel alayhi salam. بعث الله جبريلا. Allah sent angel Jibreel. What did angel Jibreel do? He stroked the ground with his wing next to Ismail's foot. And then the well of Zamzam start to what? The spring of Zamzam start to what? To gush, to come. Right? So Ismail, she went and she was trying to what? To protect the water. Bring Bring it this side, this side, this side, this side. What is it called in Arabic when you do this? Zam. Zam, zam, zam. So it is called zam. It is called what? Zam. In Arabic, when you're trying to protect the water, right? You bring the dirt so that you can create a little small pool. This is called zam. So now this water is called what? Zam. Okay, now they have water. What is the food? What is the food? By that time, there was a dam in Yemen that collapsed and all the water came out. So all the tribes in Yemen, the Arabic tribes, they went out of Yemen in the Arabia. While a tribe called Jurhum were passing by, they saw birds flying, circling. They said to one another, these birds are circling because of what? Water, right? So they came and they saw the water and they were amazed and surprised where the water coming from. They seeked her permission and they sat with her. They settled with her. And that's how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought to her what? Company, people. And this is according to the dua of Ibrahim alayhi salam. When he said, Oh Allah, I left my family, some of my family, in a desert, empty place. Oh Allah, let some people come to them. Let some people come to them. And Allah responded to the dua of Prophet who? Ibrahim alayhi salam. Now, and that's how the city of Mecca started to what? To grow. The city of Mecca started to grow. And then Ismail learned Arabic from this tribe. Ismail alayhi salam, as a prophet, he used to speak what? Arabic. He learned from them. And he married from them as well. Right? So we will stop here, inshallah. And tomorrow we will continue. Bi-idhnillah. Alright? Are you guys ready for the raffle? Are you ready for the raffle? So we're going to stop here, inshallah. And we're going to do the